we're up. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Much. Good to see you too.
You have had a lot of experiences since the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
A lot of things happen.
That's why, I always about writing my book, and chapter keep adding up. And yes, every time you feel like you're just maybe in the beginning or in the middle.
Yeah, I don't think so. You're definitely only in the middle.
Yeah, in the middle.
Somewhere, I mean, it's not the beginning, but it's a lot of experiences. So tell me about leading up to the Tyson Fury fight.
Oh, the Tyson Fury fight, that was great. I was just there living a dream. Get this big moment, get that fight that I've been waiting for 4 years.
The fight that everybody said you were never going to get.
Yes.
Which is crazy. Thank God for the Saudis, because they are making things happen, which is really incredible. Incredible.
And it's not like, who is this, who is that? It's like, okay, we want it to happen, then make it happen.
Yeah, because everybody wanted to see it happen, but it was one of those things where everybody dismissed it. Everybody said, that's not going to happen. Tyson Fury's the heavyweight champion. Why would he fight a guy who doesn't have any professional boxing matches? That's crazy. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And it happened. And then everybody said, you didn't stand a chance. And then when you knocked him down in the second round, everybody was like, holy shit. And when you were dancing over him when he went down.
Yeah. But, I think a lot of people do mistake something, and I always tell people, not because you're a fighter that you walk in the bar and there is this guy coming to you, maybe this fat guy coming to you, and then you stand there, and because you're a fighter, don't think like he's a threat. Everybody could be a threat. You better take 2 steps back and then see your distance and get ready to defend yourself. You don't, if anybody hits you, you're going to get hurt.
Right. True.
So, yes, I might not have been doing boxing. I'm not a boxer, but still, I'm a fighter. And even if I wasn't a fighter, I can hurt and I can harm somebody.
You're a big motherfucker.
I'm a big guy. So I was watching it, and people was like, no, he stand no chance. He has 0 chance. I'm like, there is not a fight on earth that 0 chance. That element of 0 chance doesn't exist. I mean, if you look at it, I'm a man, guy, and then 2 men together, someone might have more techniques, might know the sport, but even if I never been in the gym, you still better watch out. I still have a chance.
Yes.
Maybe not as much, maybe not equal chance, but I still do have a chance.
But you can't dismiss someone like you and drop your guard and think that you don't have any chance.
You shouldn't dismiss anybody.
No.
We used to be in the... I have seen fight that people show up and then they pretend like, oh, they're going to fight. They have stone in their hand. And if you dismiss them because you think like, oh, he's a small guy, he hits you with the stone in his hand.
Right.
Boy, by the time you find out that he has stone in the hand, you are in the ground.
Right, exactly. But it was very clear to me that you had some interesting strategies when you went into that fight. First of all, you're fighting a lot of it in southpaw. Why did you decide to do that? Was that something that you guys had devised before the fight? You thought it would be an interesting strategy? Or is that just like the way you like to box?
I like to box like that, but I also thought it was a strategy. That he would be a good strategy as well, because basically on the Tyson Fury fight, I think the southpaw was a big component in that fight, because every time that I realized every time that I switched to southpaw, he was thinking, but when I switched back to orthodox, he was pressing. So when I want to take a break, I switched to southpaw a little bit.
What was it like there's obviously you've had many MMA fights. You've been very successful, UFC heavyweight champion as an MMA fighter. But what was the difference in the feel of going into a professional boxing fight with a guy like Tyson Fury, who is the heavyweight champion of the world and one of the greatest of all time? I mean, he's absolutely one of the greatest heavyweight boxers ever.
Yeah. But he was completely different. The environment is different. The organization is different. It's different to be step in the ring for the first time, okay, you have all this spotlight on you, but you're in the ring. Feels different. Sometimes you're in the cage, you're used to the cage, you lean on that cage, you have that feeling, you grab the cage.
Also, you
all
have
those
shoes
stuff.
on.
Yes, and then in the cage, you know that you can do more. You can wrestle, you can do this, and you're comfortable with that. But you're in the ring for the very first time, somewhere that you've never been. It feels different, and then you're thinking like, oh man, how am I going to do? Am I going to be able to do 3 rounds? Am I going to be able to do 4 rounds? I don't know. I'm gonna find out just now. There's not a way back. You're
That's
gonna
crazy.
find out. So by every round, you have to think about like, okay, how am I doing? This is the first round, then second round. Okay, so this is the 5th round. I'm not too bad, so I think I'm gonna get there. Just go like that.
So you're
round
concerned
after
about
round.
endurance.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
very concerned about endurance. It was 10 rounds, and I didn't know how I gonna be feeling after the 3rd round.
You turned it on in the 8th round. In the 8th round, you hit him with some big shots.
Yeah.
That was one of your best rounds.
Yeah, the 8th round was pretty good. Then then I pull my feet off the gas on the 9th round, and then the 10 rounds I'm like, oh, I feel good. This is the last round, right? Feel good. That's when I start to do like the Superman punch or the stuff. For me, he was already a win.
He shocked the world, that's for sure. Yeah. Did you have any mock fights in the gym? Like, did you bring in any professional boxers and have, like, try to go 8-10 rounds in the gym?
Sparring.
Yeah. But, like, with no headgear, like, smaller gloves. Did you do anything like that replicated an actual professional boxing match?
No. We just do, like, a normal sparring. Have different sparring partner sometimes to push me, but we didn't do anything like that. As an MMA fighter, we used to spar without gloves, without headgear and stuff, but you get into boxing, everything is so strict, so specific. And then you get to the point that you kind of like ask yourself, like, why taking a chance to hurt now and get pull up of the fight?
Right.
I'm just going to train. I train the best that I could, that I can. Then I will get there, figure out what's happened.
And so, but from the time the negotiations started to the time of the fight, how much time did you have to prepare for this?
For the negotiation?
No, so you had the negotiations, and then once it was signed, how much time did you have to prepare for the actual fight itself? And how much were you preparing already, hoping you were going to have a boxing match?
Yeah, but it's different to like think that, oh, I might have a boxing match. I want to have a boxing match than when you have a boxing match and knowing who you are going to fight is something different. You prepare, the real preparation start now. And between the moment that we signed the fight to the fight itself, it was over 3 months, because I know that it wasn't my field. And I didn't have any, and it's not like I was in the gym training boxing every day. So it was basically 4 months. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, I took a moment for a pre-camp. I came back here because I was in Cameroon at time. Then I came back here. My team and I, we work on like everything. Start like a pre-camp, just train to get in shape, start like sparring, and then we started the sparring with 3 rounds.
Wow.
The first sparring was like 3 rounds, move around, see. Then we started go walk round after round,
What I thought when I saw the fight is, imagine if you had just gone into professional boxing like 10 years ago, how well you would do.